Join the community, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Thumbs the video up. So, in one of the videos I made yesterday, the video talking about that Frank Warren said that Tyson Fury, his fighter, is a bigger draw than Mr. Anthony Joshua is in the UK right now. A few people told me that, you know, because what I said in that video was I didn't think he was a big draw, because I felt that you know, the whole thing that Anthony Joshua was a bigger, you know, name, and he makes more money. He makes you know, more people watch his fights. But a few people were telling me that the reason Tyson Fury is a bigger draw is because he fought Deontay Wilder, right? And he had this really good fight with Deontay Wilder, and most people believe he beat Deontay Wilder. And I understand what some of these boxing fans are saying, right? They're saying that Tyson Fury was supposed to lose. He was supposed to lose to Deontay Wilder. He was supposed to go in there and get knocked out in 2 rounds. That's it. That's all she wrote. But that didn't happen. Tyson Fury instead went there coming off a 3-year layoff and was able to really dominate Deontay Wilder and embarrass him. I thought he embarrassed him in several rounds, right? Despite the fact that he got knocked down, he was basically winning the majority of rounds. And many people, including myself, felt that he actually beat Deontay Wilder and he should be the WBC champion. So many people, well, a few people were telling me that because Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury was in such a competitive fight with Deontay Wilder, that rose his stock, right? And that makes him a bigger draw now, right? When it comes to fighting someone like Anthony Joshua. And I understand, right? He went in there, he wasn't supposed to beat Deontay Wilder. He wasn't supposed to be in a competitive fight against him. He went in there and he should be the WBC champion, right? But the thing is this: Tyson Fury is not a pay-per-view star, right? When he fought Deontay Wilder, that thing, you know, that fight, just like Deontay Wilder, he's not a pay-per-view star. When he fought Deontay Wilder, it made, what, 300,000 pay-per-view buys? You cannot compare that to Anthony Joshua's pay-per-view buys. I understand that people like the fact that, you know, love an underdog, and he's going to have fans. You know, when he came back and he did that, that gained him fans. I get it. But the thing is, he's still not a draw. Right, so even though he came back and he had this big rally fight and he won, he's still not the bigger name. Right? He's not the bigger name that Anthony Joshua. He still doesn't, you know. This guy left me a comment telling me, you know, in the UK, Anthony Joshua, he has 80,000 people. He sells out arenas for 80,000 people. Yet when Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder, they couldn't sell out 20,000 people. You know, not even 20,000 people went to see that fight in the arena. So he was just trying to tell me, you see the difference in people willing to go see a fight with Anthony Joshua versus people willing to go see a fight versus Tyson Fury, right? Like I said, I understand that people like Tyson Fury now, right? They're cheering him on. He should be the WBC champion, and people support him now. They support him because they see, okay, you know what, he's serious, he's lost the weight, he's off, you know, cocaine, he's doing really good, he's a formidable force now in the heavyweight division. If he could do that to Deontay Wilder, maybe, just maybe, he might beat Anthony Joshua, right? But like I said, he's still not the draw, he's still not the money draw. So even though he was able to win fans over like this, especially in the effort he put against Deontay Wilder, he's still not the draw. He still can't go to the and he still can, like, go to Eddie Hearn and be like, listen, look at how many people bought my pay-per-views. Look at how many people came to watch me fight this guy. He can't do that. So he still has to accept, you know, anything that Eddie Hearn offers him, right? I know, like, his team, or he's saying that he wants 50 million, but I don't think that's going to happen. I know Frank Warren is saying, you know, he's the best, he's a bigger draw, but I just don't think he's not a bigger draw, because you can't, like I said, numbers don't lie, you know, numbers don't lie, and it just shows you in the records that Anthony Joshua more people buy his pay-per-views, more people attend his fights. This is why he makes the more money. The more people that watch you, the more people that, pay for your pay-per-views, guess what? The more money you're going to make. And this is why he makes more money than Tyson Fury. Right? He just has a wider fan base. Right? Maybe some people might say, well, maybe those are just casual UK boxing fans. But listen, I'm not from the UK. Yeah, I'm a fan of Anthony Joshua. So it's not just like UK boxing fans. People from around the world are fans of Anthony Joshua, right? When it came to Tyson Fury, I told you how when it came to Tyson Fury, I didn't know who Tyson Fury was until I just saw him with his trash talking. Like the first time I saw Tyson Fury, I'm going to be straight up honest with you, was when he had that confrontation with Deontay Wilder in 2013. That was the first time I heard of Tyson Fury. And you know what it was about? It was just his mouth. I didn't see Tyson Fury because he was fighting a guy. Or he was fighting this dude. He was fighting that dude. No. I saw Tyson Fury for the first time because of his mouth. And that's why I tell you, most people find out about Tyson Fury, especially people around the world, because of his mouth. The things he says. It's very controversial. And then I started following him on Twitter, and he was talking a lot of shit. And I thought he was funny. And I thought he was real, too. So I like that about Tyson Fury. But most people find out about Tyson Fury based off his mouth, and then they discover, oh wow, he's actually a really talented fighter. Like when I first discovered him, like I said, it was like when he was having this confrontation with a young Deontay Wilder. Well, they were both younger back then, both heavyweight contenders. And then I saw highlights of him, and they were showing those highlights where he was punching himself in the face, and I thought, man, this guy was trash. But then I saw him fight live, and I thought, oh wow, you know what, this guy's actually pretty good. I remember watching him fight Christian Hammer, Derek Chisora in the rematch, and he looked really good in those fights. And I was like, okay, this guy's actually pretty good. And I remember when he fought Vladimir Klitschko, I wanted him to beat Vladimir Klitschko, but I was picking Vladimir Klitschko. But I wanted him to beat Vladimir Klitschko because I was like, come on, man, you're bigger than him. I saw you fight Christian Hammer. I saw you fight Derek Chisora. I know that you have the talent because he was really good in the southpaw position. I was impressed with his style for his size. A guy who's almost 7 feet tall, and the way he's able to move, and I like that. So I'm like, come on, you could beat. And I was tired of Vladimir Klitschko's reign, so I was actually rooting for him when he beat Vladimir Klitschko, when he fought him, and then he beat him, which is great. But like I said, I don't think that he is the money when it comes to Joshua and him. All right, yes, he has a fan base, but still, Joshua has a bigger fan base, and he's just not the money. And this is just what people need to understand when it comes to these two. So yeah, I don't believe Frank Warren when he says that Tyson Fury is a bigger draw than Anthony Joshua in the UK. Again, Frank Warren is his promoter. If you promote someone, you're getting paid to talk highly about them, right? These fighters pay their promoters to do that, exactly, to promote them and to talk highly about them. You never see a promoter talk shit about their own fighter unless they have some personal issues that they don't like each other or some shit. But most promoters, if they're good promoters, they're going to talk highly about the promoters. So of course Frank Warren is going to say that Tyson Fury is a bigger draw. He's a big name in the UK. He is this, he's that. It's because that's his fighter, man. That's his fighter. Just like Eddie Hearn, you always see Eddie Hearn talking highly about Anthony Joshua, right? Of course he is. Just like Deontay Wilder's promoters talk highly about him. Every fighter's promoter, they're going to kiss their fighter's ass. Why? Because they're getting paid by their fighter. So they better kiss their ass, or else their fighter's going to, end up, firing, getting a new management team, getting a new promoter. Anthony Joshua brings a lot of money to Eddie Hearn. So, he's not going to fuck it up by talking shit or shaming Anthony Joshua. So then when their contract expires, he just replaces him with another promoter because he's like, you know what, I don't need this guy talking shit about me, promoting me, right? He's not going to do that, right? Because he brings him a lot of money. I would imagine, considering that AJ is his cash cow, so he's probably bringing him a lot of money. But yeah, that's all to say, guys. Thanks for watching and subscribe. I'm out.